What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 3 different crypto-related stocks today. MicroStrategy for Navi, Bitfarms for Rob, and Marathon for Rob as well. We're going to get into this right now. Yes, I have music playing in the background. You guys, I'm trying it out because I've wanted music for so long, but YouTube with this copyright things, it doesn't allow for much. But hey, we've got classical music. It hit me today because classical music just sounded nice. Let me know in the comments what you think. If it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea. I want to know what you guys like. If you don't like it, if it distracts you, if it just doesn't sound good, if there's a way that maybe I could make it better, if I should work on it, like you like the idea, but it just doesn't sound right, let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm very curious to know what you guys think. I appreciate your feedback as always, but I've listened to it myself after I've uploaded these videos, and I've found it to seem like it's at a decent level, but maybe not. I don't know. I want to hear your guys' input, just because if you guys don't like it, or if you think I could adjust it to maybe make it more enjoyable, I will. But enough of that. Let's get into this. We're going to talk about MicroStrategy, Bitfarms, and Marathon right now. So looking at this here, top to bottom, and I'm actually going to turn off the music while we get into it. That's just for the intro. If you guys think it's fine to play throughout the whole video, let me know, and I'll be happy to do that, man. But just for now, just while we're doing the trial, I don't want to make it like that the whole video. But top to bottom, double bottom, looking beautiful. You're at 1676, bro. Looking so good. You're going up to 2400 to 5400 before this move is done, and I do think you will find turbulence at that $2,450 area, $2,440 area, somewhere in there. I do. Because you can only get so overbought, man. I mean, on your weekly, you're already at a 94, 93. Like, that's crazy. Your daily does have bearish divergence printed. It is printed. This could be an area that you find a top. It is completely, and I say a top, I should be careful with my words. For the time being, with the way this daily looks right now, like, don't get me wrong, you could tomorrow just continue upwards. Even though you do have bearish divergence presenting itself right now, you could just continue upwards. You absolutely could. But this bearish divergence did form back here. It's very common whenever you break the 100 level, test back at your 100 level, which, what's the 100 level? It's this previous high. Test back the area that you broke, find support on it, and then continue higher. You could even go back to your 886 and then find higher prices. So what I'm trying to say is you're at $1,676 right now. Do not be scared if you move back to $1,300. Do not be scared if you move back to $1,000. Okay, you could see a more or less substantial correction from here, but over the midterm, it's going to be insignificant, and potentially even over the short term. Everybody defines it differently, but for me, long term is like 5 years or 10 years or more, something like that. Midterm is anything from, I would say, like 6 months to 3 years, maybe like 6 months to a year. I don't know. I guess I'd say 6 months to like 3 years. And then short term is anything less than 6 months. Immediate is like within a week or two. Okay, that's immediate. If you ever hear me talk about it, immediate, short term, midterm, long term, that's kind of how I define it in myself. And the short term is kind of flexible, I suppose, but short term is talking like anything from weeks to months, like several months. But the immediate term is the one that's like days or within a 2-week period, if that makes any sense. But and normally, if I think it's going to be like within a week or within like a couple days, I will specifically say that. I'll say it's going to happen immediately. It's going to happen within a couple days. But most of the time, when I say immediate term, the more or less like the very, very short term, the near term, that's within 2 weeks. But I'm getting off topic on the terminology there. I just hope that makes sense. But again, you could pull back from here. You really could. You could pull back from here, and it would be fine. It would be totally fine. But in the short term, in the midterm, inevitably, guys, I think you have higher to go. I definitely do. This is a really bullish look with how it was on its fib scale. Like, it looks really, really good. I want to look at the 3 hour real quick. You do have 2 drives of bearish divergence. I mean, you could. It wouldn't be crazy at all to pull all the way back to about $1,300. I wonder if we can make sense out of that with other fibs too. Let's see. $1,000 at your 382. Hey, and we were talking about that. $1,300 roughly at your 236. Hey, it makes sense. It might cool off. It's okay. Opportunity to buy more, but definitely don't panic sell. If you wanted to take profits, today might have been a good day to do it. Tomorrow might be a good day to do it, but I think if you're just patient, it'll go up more. But if you're looking to buy, if you're patient, you'll probably find a good area to buy soon. And if I'm wrong, well, you're going up to $2,400, man. Inevitably, and with how this looks, I would not expect that this move down to what I'm calling for is about $1,300 to $1,000. I would not expect it to last long. It's going to happen very fast. It's going to be a shakeout, and then you're going to move up. Because really, in my opinion, what you're doing is you're in the middle of a move that's taking you up to this 1272 or higher. So before you see any kind of significant consolidation like this, right? It might be like this. It might be this. This might be a perfect example if I can draw a proper circle here. That area, I'm going to delete that circle, but you can see this area here, right? This is what I'm looking for. Something like this. The last like 4 weeks or less, maybe to find your low. Maybe 5 weeks, 6 weeks at the most. But nothing like this. Nothing like this, right? If we're moving down and this is your consolidation phase to the upside, nothing like this. Nothing that's going to take multiple months to achieve. But it could take longer than a month. It could, but I would think 4 weeks to 6 weeks. Maybe less time, maybe 2 weeks time. It could happen in a week. Who knows how quickly it moves down. But I do think that we will see that soon. And if we don't, that's okay. You're moving up to 2,400 to 3,383. Like, yeah, that's your target zone. I doubt you're moving up to your 1,618 right now. But you could move up to here. You really could. I know that's crazy because you're already at 1,676. But yeah, you could double from here. Absolutely, you absolutely could, bro. I mean, what'd you do in the last month? Since the end of January, you've moved up 300%. You've done a 4x. I'm saying a 2x is possible before this move is done. I don't think that's crazy at all. From here, I really don't think that's crazy at all. All that volume you've got with how bullish you look on your daily and weekly and 4 hour or 3 hour. But to also be fair, again, to go back to the thing that I was just saying is that if you pull back from here, don't be frightened. It's kind of called for in the charts. Now, tomorrow could close green. If tomorrow closes green, guys, if we close above this day here, everything I've said about the bearish side, it goes out the window. It goes out the window. You're going up to $1,240, okay? It goes out the window. But if you get another red day in succession of this day, you likely will pull back to that $1,300 to $1,000 area. So just keep that in mind. That's MicroStrategy. Let's move on from there and talk about Bitfarms. I hope that helps. I hope you guys enjoyed that part. Let's continue. Let's talk about the weekly, maybe. With how it looks, I'm kind of under the assumption that you would pull back to this area. And maybe, I don't know. At the trajectory you're looking at right now, I would think you pull back to about $1.60. Let's see if there's any fibs that make sense with that. $1.60 on the dot, your golden ratio. I can't make this up, man. Damn, I'm good. Oh, but maybe you don't. Just because it's there, just because that's the golden ratio, does not mean that you have to go there. And by the way, you can Google it. 61.8%. It's like 61.83 or something like that. I forget what it is, but that's the golden ratio, like to the universe. You can look up the significance. I'm not just saying some hippy dippy stuff. This is real. The Romans used it. The Greeks used it to build their impressive arc. You know, you ever heard about the golden triangle or the golden rectangle, golden square? That's based off of the Fibonacci sequence. That's what this is. Literally, the spirals in our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, they are spread apart in distances that respect the Fibonacci sequence ratios. Like it's not some made up thing. It's something that reoccurs in our universe. It's a phenomenon. It's an anomaly, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's mathematical sense. I don't know what to call it, but it's something that we see respected all over the place. So long story short, the golden ratio could be where you're going. You could be going to about $1.60. The fact that, and I'm going to delete this one now, the fact that from this relative low to this high here, you've already, come on, bro. You've already closed below your 618 is not a good look to me. You found support kind of, but you're moving below it. I would think at least you're going to move down to about $2.06, but at this point in time, $1.56, $1.50, $1.60, somewhere in that area is probably where you're going to go. That's my thoughts on Bitfarms. Yes, you look like you want to go lower. The daily RSI does not look good. So yes, Bitfarms wants to go lower. I'll be right back. I have to go check on my daughter. She just woke up. Guess who's back? Marathon. Yep, that's what we're finishing it up with. Okay, so Marathon. You could find support here. It is possible. I don't like the way the daily RSI is. To me, that would suggest you go lower. But to be fair, if you go lower, guys, that's not a good look. From low to high here, the minimum target would be at $16.10. I want to make sure you guys can hear me before I continue. Yes, you can. Okay, good. $16.10. But in my genuine opinion, it looks like you broke through the 618 like nothing. With that kind of look, I think you move down to like 1161 to 866. Let's draw a bubble. Let's make it a square so it looks nice. Okay, a nice little square here. Okay, we'll delete it here, and then we'll zoom out. I don't know, man. That's kind of outside of this realm, which it's a little bit weird, in my opinion, that you wouldn't. I mean, I don't think you would go that low. I don't think. Okay, unless literally this week you go down to 1161, which you have one more day to do so, but I doubt it. So maybe you do hold support at 1610. Maybe you happen to go below this low, but you don't go you don't go to your 1272, which would be weird, but it happens sometimes. It does happen. Top or bottom to top here. You know, your 0.5s here at your 618 is up here at 1258. I don't know. I think you're moving from anywhere from about, what is it? Anything from about $16.10 to $15 to potentially down to $12.58, somewhere in that area. That golden ratio being at that line kind of makes sense, and that gives you a couple weeks. That gives you until like the second week of April technically to move down there, so that could happen. But marathon, you look like you want to move down. Weekly RSI is looking sad. Daily RSI is also looking sad. And the 3-hour RSI, you guessed it, is looking sad. Maybe tomorrow, with the way this looks, maybe we do get a green day for Friday, but it'll probably be a lower high, and I think inevitably you will be moving lower. So that is all I have to say. If you guys like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I very, very much appreciate all of you. I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye. Yeah. Let me know what you think about the music. I like it, but if I can do something to make it better, I will. If it's perfect, I will let it be. If you hate it and you don't like the way it sounds at all, you just want it off of there, I will sadly oblige by your request. So let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.